friends, this is Becky with the Asheboro Public Library. This week on our art adventures, I'm really excited to share with you one of my favorite artists. His name is Marc Chagall. Marc Chagall is a Jewish artist that grew up in Russia, and he later moved to France. And I'm really looking forward to sharing a little bit about him with you. I love his sort of dreamy, imaginative style. And then afterwards, I'm going to show you a really neat craft idea that you can do sort of inspired by Marc Chagall. But first, I'm going to read you a story called Through the Window. Through the Window, Views of Marc Chagall's Life and Art by Barb Rosenstock, illustrated by Mary Grandpré, read with permission by Alfred A. Knopf Publishing, New York. Through the window, the boy sees Papa trudging home from work, wool coat shiny with the salt of fish, Mama sprinkling today's gossip like bits of sugar from her shop next door, a parade of plodding oxen, wandering goats, and flapping hens. Neighbors squabble, rabbis bless, a bow-legged fiddler plays on the rooftop. His own reflection, blue-eyed, curly-head Moishe Chagall, daydreaming in Vitebsk, his hard-life city full of hugs. Through the window, the student sees his future butcher, baker, blacksmith, but turns away, a classmate sketching a face from a book. His mind blossoms. The power of pictures, he draws and erases, dreams in color while Papa worries. A folder of pages laid on an art teacher's desk. Mama asks, "Does this boy have talent?" Pursed lips, a shrug, and then a nod. A new artist is welcomed. His brave heart flying through the streets on a journey unknowable. He's happy for the chance to be an artist. Through the window, the misfit sees two-faced slivers of St. Petersburg, glittering city of czars and princes, and neighbors crammed in filthy rooms, Russia's poor, ignored. Successful students copy the ancient Greeks, trapped in faded plaster. Stale professors dismiss his easel flooded with fragments of folk tales. The store signs he paints to keep from starving sway. Their marching letters blur and whisper, "Move on." Through the window, the painter sees the magic of Paris, Eiffel's tower, latticed galleries, Cézanne, Gauguin, Matisse. His name is transformed to Marc Chagall, French, elegant, as light as a patisserie. New friends, poets, peeling pears, cubists clinking cups, roasting this good life city. Do you think that's maybe Matisse? New colors, acid yellow, blazing orange, chrome green, blue in all its languages. The world is tilting. Soldiers replace artists in the cafes. Home for a sister's wedding, he's stranded as the world wars, tangled in darkness. Through the window, the revolutionary sees the hope of Russia's riches spread equally among its people. Bella, his wife, a mother, a model, gentle kisses softening these lean years. Leaders wrestle for power, crushing freedoms in life and art, restless crowds controlled through muscular portraits. His radical canvases, orange faces, sky blue horses, called harmful and hated. He packs his imagination and leaves Russia and turns back to the city of light. Through the window, the master sees his prized paintings, grown famous around the world. A misty woman on a party-colored rooster, frilly acrobats tumble in the sky. Spirited rabbis, milkmaids, and fiddlers float through his plush studio. Again, war stomps across France, and he escapes to America, crossing the ocean like a flaming dove. New materials, clay and fabric and tiles, stone, metal, and glass. He starts over again and again, the way art has forever been made. Here he is experimenting with some new mediums. Through the window, the old man sees a rippling kaleidoscope of magic memories, his dreams, real and imagined, broken apart and fit back together. A crowd of artisans firing, tracing, cutting, and wrapping. Small watercolored cartoons transformed into vast walls of art. So later in his life, he started doing stained glass. Like a child, he dabs and smudges each pane, leaving his peaceful mark in places to heal, pray, and learn. Through Marc's windows, we see laughing mothers, tired fathers, musicians keeping time for animals on parade, characters we know deep inside, though we've never met, marching letters, whispering secret truths through the glass. Blue, blue, forever blue, breathtaking oceans of flashing spirit, children's faces tangled in rainbows, playing with light, watching our hard life, good life world, full of hugs. Here's one of Marc Chagall's giant stained glass works. It's called America Windows, and it's at the Art Institute in Chicago. And this is one of his paintings called The Birthday. I like how the couple's sort of floating with each other. This is another great book that you can get at the library. It's called Papa Chagall Tells Us a Story, and it's also a story about Marc Chagall and his life, and it has some of his actual artwork in it, which is really neat. You can kind of see some of the sort of like dreamlike quality to his work. Here's that piece again. So a lot of his pieces told stories of his life growing up and escaping from Russia during the war and going to France and then later going to the United States. And here's a picture of him in Paris in 1921. So for this Marc Chagall inspired stained glass craft that we're going to do, you're just going to need some tissue paper, different colors, a jar that you've cleaned the label off. You're just going to need some sort of glue that you've watered down. You could also use Mod Podge if you have that, and some scissors. And you're just going to cut, I've just cut out some shapes here that I'm going to use on my jar, and then this one is finished. When you're done, you can put like a little tea light or a little electric tea light or a real tea light inside, and it shines through the colors and it looks really cool. So I'm just gonna take my clean jar here and I'm just gonna put a little bit of watered down glue on it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put some shapes on here. This one is a fish. I just did some animal shapes because I noticed that Marc Chagall really likes to use animals in his pieces, and a lot of times the animals were kind of symbolic of different things. So you could kind of look it up, but he used a lot of symbolism in his work too, and so that were sort of spiritually symbolic. And so I'm just going to put a turtle and then this water drop So I just kind of cut some shapes out that I thought were fun. I'm just gonna put them on there and then just kind of paint over them again with the glue. So that's it. I'm just gonna keep covering it with different colors, and it's okay if they overlap a little bit, because when the light shines through, you'll still be able to see the shape. Like if I cover up that turtle a little bit, I'll still be able to see the shape when the light shines through it. So here's my finished jar. You can see, you can kind of see the horse shape right there and some of the animal shapes in it still. But they're overlapping and they kind of make some interesting designs. I put a ribbon on the top because I thought I might end up giving it as a gift to somebody. They make great gifts for the holidays, and you can put like a little light inside, like a little tea light, or even like a battery operated one. And it's a great way to bring light into somebody's life. Thanks so much for joining me for this art adventure. Tomorrow's gonna be our last Art in the Park of the year, and probably for a little while due to the cold weather. So if you can meet us tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the park, please call the children's room so we can make sure we have enough supplies for you. If you can bring your own jar, that would be great. Otherwise, we do have some extras to share. And I look forward to joining you tomorrow. Over the winter, I'm going to be making some more stick around episodes, so I'll still be sharing lots of fun ideas for you and your family to make things together at home this winter. So I look forward to seeing you then, and I'll see you tomorrow if you can make it. Bye.